before I tell you, we're gonna find a solution.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, okay, we have 10 minutes to find a solution before we let the cat out of the bag. That I have, that Genuine Escrow has advantage of, because if I have a relationship, it's not just, oh, Monique has to call. No, everybody in that office, Genuine Escrow has a relationship with those companies.
All right, we're getting to the closing and takeaways. What final advice would you give to first-time buyers or agents when it comes to escrow? Welcome to Money Talks with Q Mortgage. I'm your host, Brian. In today's episode, we have Monique Reyes with Genuine Escrow. They are a preferred escrow company and they are amazing at what they do. Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna go right into it. Let's start with your story.
My story.
How did you get into escrow and what led you to open your own company?
Okay, well, it's a long story, so you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Okay. I started at the age of 17. I am now 40, so now we could do the math, how long I've been in it. I started just, paper pushing, receptionist, the basics, and I fell in love with it. And the escrow officer, who was the owner, took me under her wing and guided me through the basics. And then she wanted me to become an escrow officer, and I'm like, I'm not ready. And at the age of 20 is when I knew I wanted to one day have my own escrow company.
Amazing.
And at 20, my parents were ready to buy me an escrow company, but but I was like, no, I'm not ready for this commitment, which I'm glad we didn't do it then. And life happened. I did real estate, I did mortgage, I did processing, TC, everything you name it, but title company. I have not been in title company. And Jackie and I met, we met in the industry, who's my business partner. We met in the industry about 13 years ago. And we met in escrow, and we kept being good friends. And 1 year during the pandemic, 2020, life happened again. And I said, hey, it's time. It's time to open up our escrow company. And we took the leap, and we're doing it. 5 years later, we're here with Genuine Escrow, 4 employees, actually 2 employees, and Jackie and myself.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, and what inspired you to start your own escrow company?
Growing up, my mom is very independent, and she's always been an entrepreneur. So seeing her, work hard and providing for us how she did because of her hard work and not having to worry about a 9-to-5 and, and make sure that you got to be there, inspired me to always want more in life.
Amazing.
So I was an employee for many years until the age of 30, I want to say. No, I'm lying. 35 maybe. And she was a support, she always had me like, you could do more, don't settle. And I've always been one to do more and want more. And once I set that goal that I wanted to open up my own escrow company, I just made sure that I didn't lose sight of it, which I did for some years. But at the end of the day, again, when life happens and you realize what you really want at the end of the day and where you want to be, that's when I was like, okay, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it? It was always like, oh, we'll get to it. And finally, we just did it.
So your mom was a big help.
My big inspiration.
Yeah,
till this day, she's still a huge support and still somebody that I look up to and that I hope to be one day just like her.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe not her character, but her big heart.
Amazing. We're basically going to get into Escrow 101. For those who don't know, what exactly does an escrow officer do in a real estate transaction? We're going to go a little bit into it. If you could break it down for us on the first step.
On the first step. Well, we're a neutral party. We're a neutral party. For refinances, we build clients, for example, Alexis, yourself, who give us your loans, your refinance deals, maybe a HELOC, private Benny. So there's different scenarios in it, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like the same process. You get your loan approved, you're ready to get a refinance going, or you have you're ready to open escrow. For purchases, you get an offer accepted. So, once you get an offer accepted, usually the listing agent or the seller dictate where the escrow goes to. Okay. So it's a little bit of detail to explain, but just give us the escrow. Don't worry, we'll worry about the rest.
Okay, what are the most common misconceptions people have about escrow?
That we're 9 to 5. 9 to 5, 1 hour lunch. We don't work on weekends. And if you send docs at 3 o'clock, don't expect us to look at them.
Wow. Okay. So I know you had a conversation with us a little prior. You were talking about on this Saturday, basically, you know, you were at home, you know, you had a call coming in at 9 at night.
This was last night.
That was last night. Okay. Look at that.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about, you know, that phone call? Or
I'm a very involved, even though Jackie and myself are very involved with the company. Even though we own the company and we do have assistants, we're very involved. And maybe I'm not ready to let go. You know, I'm not ready to just kind of be like, oh, you know, Eliana, you handle it. You know, I'm still more of and we're still building. We're still building. Okay. You know, we're 5 years in. So our phone calls come to our cell phones. So no matter what, if you're calling our office, they're going to come into our cell phones. Last night I was home doing nothing. You know, I have no kids, so I don't have to take care of kids.
Any pets?
No, she passed away 5 years ago. So she was another inspiration why I opened up Genuine Escrow.
Okay, perfect.
So it was something that, you know, they called, and I always think about what's on that side of the call. Who's calling? Why are they calling me? You know, maybe sometimes it's solicitation, but you never know. Yeah. And it was for a for sale by owner.
Amazing.
You know, a for sale by owner. And because I picked up that call, now I have a potential for sale by owner.
No missed opportunities.
We try not to miss them. I mean, there's going to be times where life is happening where I can't pick up the phone, or we can't pick up the phone. And, you know, sometimes we may miss an opportunity, but we try very hard not to miss opportunities.
Amazing. Now, we're going to go dive into a little bit about value and expertise. In your opinion, what makes a great escrow officer?
First of all, honesty and transparency. Like,
Honesty,
you know, if you're honest about a file, or just in general, you know, with life in general and who you are, sometimes we do get files that we call them headaches, that are a little bit more challenging than some easy ones. And we do see like something happening, or we're not perfect. Maybe we dropped the ball some way, somehow. We don't like to cover things up, you know. Before I tell you, we're gonna find a solution.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, okay, we have 10 minutes to find a solution before we let the cat out of the bag. So to me, sometimes what I hear a lot is that there's no transparency. You know, there's like, oh, but why didn't you tell me? We could have found a solution as an agent, as a loan officer. You know, so we work very hard to make sure that we're always transparent on everything that we do. And our value is to provide good customer service.
Correct.
Is to be a support system to our partners, and to be there, you know, like, you guys are not just transactional. It's not just a transactional. We're here to build relationships, you know, to make it meaningful, not just, I don't just want to see you on one file. I want to see you on many files.
And I, like you said before, it's like, it's not just a one and done. What you want to do is, in a sense, build a relationship with these people, because at the end of the day, we're in a business where relationships matter.
Yes.
So I'm glad you dove into that. Can you share a time where you were able to save a deal or solve a complicated problem during an escrow?
Oh my goodness, let me see. Let me think. I know I have saved a few. Okay, so again, we'll go back to relationships, right? So I work with two amazing title companies, and I build relationships with the title officers, you know, with them. And sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, we're a team. Title and escrow are teams. Okay. So if you have a solid escrow and a solid title that work hand in hand, you're set, you know? So there's been times where this title company doesn't want to close this deal because of X, Y, and Z, you know? Then I go to the relationship I have and I tell them, you know what, this is, because again, we're not going to do something that's going to jeopardize my company, you know, first of all, my company and my integrity. So we make sure that we look at it, we run through the scenarios. And again, at the end of the day, the underwriter of the title company is going to have to say yes or no. But because of the relationship I have with that title officer throughout the years, it gives them a little bit like, oh, it's Monique. They tell me, you tell me what you want to do.
There it is. Okay.
We have a lot of business up north. Up north, it's titles. Like, just the title does escrow too. So that's a challenge for us. That's competition. And what I do is I connected with my title officer and I said, hey, look, this is how it is. Like, I need to make sure that our fees are good. I need us to work together. Could you do it? Yes. Okay. I'm going to get loaned the docs like tomorrow. I have scanned copies. Could we record on scanned copies? If the county allows it, yes. So they're more lenient with me because of the relationships. So I want to say that those are things that I have, that Genuine Escrow has advantage of, because if I have a relationship, it's not just, oh, Monique has to call. No, everybody in that office, Genuine Escrow has a relationship with those companies.
Amazing. Okay. And working with agents and brokers, what do you wish more agents understood about escrow?
Okay, let's see. What could I say without sounding bad? I'm just kidding.
No shade to the brokers, okay, guys?
Just kidding. I think it's a little, you can't really pinpoint it. I think one thing that I wish that they would understand, sometimes things are out of our control.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't control when the closing funds are coming in. As an agent, as a loan officer, if we're closing a sale, let's be proactive. Let's get that wire in before. We're already at docs, because then we get the, oh, is the money in? No, it's not in. What do you mean it's not in? But they already sent it. I can't control when the money's gonna hit my account.
So control the controllables.
Yeah,
in a sense,
yeah.
right?
Like there's some things that are out of our control, and I mean, I've been doing this for so many years, and no matter what, I don't think any of us will ever understand that.
Okay.
So I'll throw myself in that too, because sometimes I wish I could control everything.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna go into a little bit of ownership and personal growth. Okay. What has been the most rewarding part of owning your own company?
Being able to say, I'm going to take this vacation today.
Amazing. Okay.
And not having to that's like a give and take.
Yeah.
Okay, because I could say I'm taking a vacation, but usually on vacation, I'm always thinking about business and all that. But it does come with some freedom. Being able to have your own company and being able to have your own hours, it does come with freedom. It does come with like, oh, I'm going to be here today. I don't have to ask a boss that I'm going to go network, because this is my company.
How do you stay organized and balanced with running a business and managing files daily?
That's when you have a good team. So Jackie and I does the accounting.
Shout out Jackie.
Shout out Jackie de Santiago. She does the back end of the business. She likes to call it the dirty work.
Oh, really?
So
So she's not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Not at all. I mean, I don't even know how to build a backdrop. Yeah. And she's like, I can't, it's like, there's just things that she does, the accounting, she does the back end of everything. She's also an escrow officer too. She has her desk as well. And I have my desk too. But with good teamwork, with good employees, and I don't even like to call my employees, I like to call, because they are my friends. Exactly. So with a good team, it makes the balancing a lot easier. Understood. Not perfect, but it's manageable and easier. As it comes with like files, I'll be brutally honest with you. I'm not gonna tell you that my desk looks neat like this. It does not, because I truly believe a neat desk, you have no business. I need to see a bunch of files on your desk.
Let's mess this up.
But you know what? You're not supposed to have it that way.
Exactly, right.
But you just have to kind of like be on top of your stuff. Like everybody has a role to play. Our assistants have a role to play. I have a role to play. We all have a role to play. And as long as we know our roles and what we need to do, things should play out on their own. And again, we're not perfect. We're human. So things may happen.
Amazing. Okay. Do you have any advice for women or professionals looking to branch out and start their own company in real estate or finance?
Do it.
Do it. You heard that, guys.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to go for it. Sometimes you just got to not know what you're doing, because you'll learn along the way. And if you get good mentors that could help you, as long as you're open-minded and you want to learn, because there's so many people that come with entitlement. And I know this, and I know that, and I know this. Like, for example, I mean, we know how many years I've been in this industry. I don't feel that way. Yeah, I want to learn. Yeah. I want to be a sponge to you. You know things that I may not know. And
correct.
If you're not learning, you're not growing.
So essentially be a student.
You always be a student.
Always be a student.
Always be a student.
Yeah.
Always be a student.
And always try to, learn for something new that you want to learn. Something that you're not comfortable with. Get uncomfortable to be comfortable in a sense, right?
Yes.
Okay. we're going to get more into fun and personal touch. What's something people are surprised to learn about you?
That I love to drink tequila.
Wow. Bring in the bottles. Bring in the bottles. All right. What kind of tequila? Because we know there's a lot. There's Respaldo, there's Don Julio, there's all this type. What is one of your go-to tequilas?
I like the extra añejo. I like the corso. You know, I'll fall into the stereotype of Clase Azul, Don Julio 1942.
Yes,
but I also, you know, it's not the dollar sign. It's your taste buds. What is your palate like, you know, at the end of the day?
So do you do lemon and salt?
I don't do training wheels. Those are training wheels.
Really?
I don't need training wheels.
Okay, I'm still on the training wheels.
You need to let go.
I need to get to your level, okay? If you weren't in escrow, what do you think you would be doing right now?
I would be a housewife.
Really?
I mean, that's the dream. No, I'm kidding. No, if I was in escrow, I would most likely be in real estate. I think as employers, if you treat your employees right, and even though they have these goals and you incorporate their goals and their dreams into what you're doing, you'll always have them. So I feel like if I would have ever encountered that on my way to becoming my own owner, if I would have had that like in my previous, I probably would still be there, you know, because when you treat an employee well, like, why do you want to, what you already have like a partner, you make them a partner of what you're doing. So you incorporate their goals and their dreams into what you're doing. So I would want to believe that if I wasn't where I'm at today, that I would be in good hands, where I'm still living the lifestyle and still accomplishing my goals and dreams that I want to accomplish.
Amazing, amazing. What is your favorite part of the day when working with clients?
Closing the deal.
Closing the deal, baby.
Who doesn't like to close a deal?
I know, right? Okay.
But I also like to open them. That makes me so happy when I get an escrow that says new escrow. Offer accepted. That brightens up my eyes. It brightens all of our eyes. And I mean, but it puts a bigger smile on our face when the money comes in and we distribute it.
All right, we're getting to the closing and takeaways. What final advice would you give to first-time buyers or agents when it comes to escrow?
To first-time buyers and agents, I think what I would tell them is, buyers, listen to your agents. Be brutally honest with what you want and how you're going about, because again, we went over this earlier. Sometimes buyers could kill their own deal, you know, and agents, if you don't know, get the answers. You know, there's so many sources out there that could help you. For example, myself, I always tell people, if I come across you in somewhere, I always give you my business card. If you have a question, I'll help you. If I know the answer, I'll give it to you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll guide you to where you can find the answer. Because we've all started new. We didn't come into this world knowing what we know. We've learned it, okay? So we don't want to forget where we came from when somebody's asking for a helping hand. Again, I don't know everything, but I do have some knowledge where I could help other people. So if you have my name and phone number, hit me up.
Hit her up, guys. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell her to, you know, throw out your number and all that good stuff, okay? We're wrapping it up here. This is going to be the last question of our podcast. How can people get in touch with you or your company if they want to work with you?
How could they?
Yes.
323-806-6491.
Amazing, amazing. All right. Any last, you want to throw anything out there? Not have to do with anything of
I want to thank Alexis, yourself, and all your team players here for having us here. It was a pleasure. This is my first podcast. Yeah. That's an honor.
First and many more to come, guys.
Yes. We
should have you back for sure, 100%.
Thank you.
When we close 10 deals in what month,
Oh, you mean next month?
Yes, okay, exactly.
Okay. We got to manifest it, okay? We got to manifest
it. We have to. No, but thank you guys, especially for coming down. I know it was a far drive, and thank you guys for the breakfast as well.
Oh, you're welcome.
You guys were amazing. It was my first time meeting you guys, but you felt like I know you guys for a long time now, so I appreciate that. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.